The moment the dancer steps onto the stage, the atmosphere in the room subtly shifts. The lights soften, washing the stage in a muted glow, as if the world itself is holding its breath. There is no dramatic entrance, no confident wave to the audience, just a quiet, deliberate walk to the center. This simplicity immediately captures attention. Conversations stop, phones lower. The silence isn't empty, it's heavy, filled with curiosity and unspoken questions. Who is this dancer, and what are they about to reveal? As the music begins, it is barely more than a whisper, slow, restrained, almost fragile. The dancer's first movements mirror this tone. Their body feels tight, controlled, as though invisible chains are wrapped around their limbs. Every step is careful, every gesture feels hesitant, shoulders curve inward, arms move cautiously, and the head remains lowered. These early movements communicate something deeper than technique, vulnerability. Without saying a word, the dancer introduces the audience to an internal struggle, fear of judgment, fear of failure, fear of being seen. The judges watch closely, some lean forward, trying to read the intention behind the minimal choreography. Others exchange uncertain glances, clearly unsure of where this performance is headed. There is no applause yet, no cheers, only focused attention. The dancer seems alone on that stage, separated from the room by an emotional wall. This isolation is intentional. It represents the barriers people carry within themselves: doubt, past pain, societal pressure, long before they ever face an audience. As the music slowly builds, subtle changes appear in the dancer's movements. A hand trembles before extending outward. A step forward lingers longer than the last. These small details are powerful. They suggest resistance, the quiet fight between staying hidden and daring to be seen. The dancer's facial expressions deepen, eyes reflecting a mix of fear and determination. The audience begins to feel it, not just watching the dance, but experiencing it emotionally. What makes this scene so compelling is its restraint. There are no big tricks, no explosive jumps. Instead, the power lies in storytelling. The dancer is setting the foundation, inviting the audience into their world. This is the calm before the storm, the inhale before release. Every second of silence, every controlled movement, builds anticipation. The room senses that this performance is about more than entertainment, it's about transformation. By the end of scene 1, the barrier between performer and audience is still intact, but it's cracking. The dancer stands center stage, breathing visibly heavier now, as if gathering courage. The music pauses for a brief moment, leaving the room suspended in tension. Everyone knows what's coming next will change everything. Scene 1 doesn't demand attention, it earns it, quietly and powerfully, preparing the stage for a breakthrough that will soon shatter every barrier in the room. As the brief pause ends, the music returns with a deeper, stronger pulse. It is no longer hesitant or fragile, it carries weight, rhythm, and purpose. In this instant, the dancer's body changes. The tight restraint seen in scene 1 begins to loosen, as if invisible chains are snapping one by one. The first movement is bold and unexpected, a sharp turn, followed by a powerful stomp that echoes through the room. This is the moment the fight begins, not against the audience, but against every limitation that once held the dancer back. The choreography now grows more complex and fearless. Movements become wider, faster, and more expressive. Arms slice through the air with conviction. Jumps lift higher, land stronger. Each motion feels intentional, like a statement being made without words. The dancer is no longer hiding their story, they are confronting it. The invisible walls of fear, judgment, culture, and expectation are no longer just suggested, they are being challenged head-on. The audience reacts instinctively. Gasps ripple through the crowd as the performance takes an unexpected turn. This is not a dance they've seen before. Styles blend seamlessly, classical control meets raw contemporary emotion, sharp street movements collide with graceful lines. These contrasts symbolize barriers breaking, between genres, identities, and assumptions. The dancer refuses to fit into a single box, and that refusal becomes the heart of the performance. The dancer's facial expressions are now intense and unfiltered. Eyes lock forward, meeting the room with confidence that wasn't there before. There is pain in the movements, but also strength. The body twists, falls, rises again, mirroring real-life struggles and resilience. Each fall feels heavy, each recovery stronger than the last. The message is clear: breaking barriers is not clean or easy, but it is powerful. Judges are visibly moved. One leans forward, completely absorbed. Another shakes their head in disbelief, as if trying to process what they're witnessing. This scene has shifted the energy of the room. The audience is no longer simply watching, they are emotionally invested. Some nod along with the rhythm, others sit frozen, afraid to miss a second. What makes Scene 2 unforgettable is its courage. The dancer takes risks, emotionally and physically. There is no playing it safe here. Every move feels like a declaration: I am here, I exist, and I will not be limited. The performance challenges unspoken rules about how a dancer should move, look, or feel on stage. As the music intensifies toward the end of the scene, the dancer executes a final explosive sequence, spins, leaps, and a grounded, forceful finish that sends a shockwave through the room. The invisible walls are gone now. The barrier between performer and audience has shattered. By the time the music slows again, everyone knows this dance has crossed a line, from performance into something deeply human and unforgettable. As the final sequence of powerful movement settles, the music begins to soften once more, but this time, it carries warmth instead of tension. The dancer's breathing is visible now, chest rising and falling, sweat glistening under the stage lights. Where there was once struggle and defiance, there is now clarity. The dancer stands tall at center stage, no longer guarded, no longer fighting. The battle has been won, and the room can feel it. The movements in this final scene are slower, more fluid, and deeply intentional. Every gesture flows into the next, creating a sense of harmony that contrasts sharply with the chaos of Scene 2. The dancer reaches outward, not in resistance, but in connection. Arms extend as if inviting the audience into the story, erasing the final distance between stage and seats. This is the moment where the performance transforms from a personal victory into a shared experience. Faces in the crowd soften. Some audience members hold their breath, others feel tears forming without fully understanding why. The dance no longer belongs only to the performer. It belongs to everyone who has ever felt unseen, judged, or confined by invisible limits. The dancer's expression reflects this shift, eyes calm, focused, and open. There is peace in the movements, but also pride. The dancer is no longer proving anything, they are simply being. As the music reaches its final note, the dancer moves into a strong, grounded pose. Feet planted firmly, head lifted, body open. The pose is not dramatic, yet it is unforgettable. It radiates confidence, acceptance, and truth. For a brief heartbeat, there is complete silence. No cheers, no claps, just stillness. In that silence, the entire room is united, judges, audience, and performer sharing the same emotion. Then the eruption comes. The audience leaps to its feet in a wave of applause. Cheers fill the room, loud and uncontrollable. Judges stand as well, clapping with genuine emotion. One smiles in disbelief, another wipes away tears. The reaction is not polite appreciation, it is gratitude. The dancer has given them something real, something honest. What makes Scene 3 so powerful is its resolution. The barriers introduced in Scene 1 and shattered in Scene 2 are now gone completely. There is no separation between the dancer and the room. Everyone feels connected by that single moment of truth created through movement. As the dancer finally relaxes and looks out at the crowd, a quiet smile appears. It is not the smile of relief, it is the smile of belonging. This final scene proves that dance, at its highest form, does more than impress. It heals, unites, and reminds us that even without words, we can understand one another completely.